What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from September 1st, 2020. And this will be your AEW Dark results that took place in Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. And we had the return of Excalibur on commentary, sitting alongside with Taz. So yes, Excalibur is back. Should have never been off TV in the first place because of the whole um video that was shown on it's been around for a long time, and then the cancel culture basically was finding an excuse and a reason um you know to do this to Excalibur. And it was you know something that the social not so I was gonna say so just words, not those people either. uh that's something that the cancel culture that that wanted to get their hands dirty and everything, and and it was swept under the rug. The whole thing with Excalibur was swept under the rug because it was not needed anyways. It was part of a wrestling angle. Do I agree? If that was should be improved for a wrestling angle? No, still wrong for to do that. But it wasn't his idea. It wasn't Kevin Owens' idea at the time. It was Human Tornado's idea. Who was part of that angle, who was the African American um that gave the approval for Excalibur and Kevin Owens to say that. At first, but they said they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do it. It was they felt they but it was all just for wrestling heat because of their obviously because of their feud at the time. With Elgin, obviously also with El Generico at the time here too. But yeah, it's great to have Excalibur. But, it's great to have Excalibur back. I might just say because you got to give the people what they want. Give me one moment, folks. I gotta do something. All right, so I'm not gonna go along with this, folks. I'm I'm actually doing this public live, so let's get right into it. There's things on the show that I didn't care for, which I'll get to it. I don't remember when it happened, what segment happened afterwards, but I will talk about it. We had Shawn Spears being accompanied by Tully Blanchard defeating Eddie Torres. Torres, I think is how you say it, but the match itself was pretty decent, pretty good. Obviously, Shawn Spears wins. Trying to remember what weight class is Death Valley Driver though. The C9, the C4, something like that. But after the match, Tully Blanchard was distracting the referee while he was handed behind the referee's back with a steel object that Shawn Spears puts in his glove like he always does. Basically the same old thing. And takes out Eddie Torres or Torres. Um yeah, that was it. We get to Santana and Ortiz defeating um Fabo Andre and Rezin, I think. Match itself was pretty decent. And yeah, Santana and Ortiz wins. I think they made a color promo or yes, actually they did. They were chance to best friends. We're chance to the match on Dynamite on the Go Home Show edition for All Out, but we'll get to that eventually. But um Ortiz may say something about to tell Trent's mom to stop yo DM DMing her or whatever, something like that. Basically it was supposed to be a way that to take off Trent because that's Trent's mom. And later on, Dasha was trying to interview Santana Ortiz, but Santana Ortiz said right now it's not the time, whatever, something like that. I can't remember how they got away from that interview. They were obviously backstage, outside somewhere, I'm assuming that parking lot, and out of nowhere, best friends comes out, Trent and Chuck Taylor, and they all having a brawl, and then you had Dasha, saying, need some help out here, yeah, there's chaos going on, that's basically it. But that happened later on though. But just want to bring it up in case I forget about that. Allie was being created by QT Marshall versus uh Cassandra. Yeah, Cassandra Goldman. So yeah, Cassandra Goldman is a part of AEW, which stands for her being enhancement talent. I remember she also competed in Impact Wrestling. You know, but yeah, Allie there. Allie was acting heelish. With her you know being a mean girl, and she was being mean to QT Marshall as well. I'm like, I don't get that at all. But match itself was pretty decent. Ali gets the win, obviously. And let's say about that. Like I said, I don't remember when it happened. I'm pretty sure it happened after the two matches, but I'm gonna mention right now. Brandi Rhodes came out. She was being interviewed by Tony Schiavone on the show about the whole thing happening with Cody from that Saturday Night Dynamite episode where Brody Lee did what he did after becoming the TNT champion and doing what he did with to destroying the Nightmare Family, which Brandi Rhodes was one of them. But also Tony Schiavone, I think he may also mention about the tournament that she was part of that she came close to winning. And Brandi Rhodes talks about about that a little bit, and she talks about the whole thing with the Dark World attacking, especially with Anna Jay attacking Brandi Rhodes from behind because she was upset or maybe jealous or something like that in a way that that she didn't get to the finals, whatever. Now that would make sense if Brandi Rhodes and Allie beaten Anna Jay and Ty Conti during the semifinals, which if last I checked, it was basically routines of the Nightmare Sisters, Allie and Brandi Rhodes. They run up against Big and Lil Swole in the finals. I mean in the semifinals. While you know uh Tay J, which is Ty Conti and Anna Jay went up against Iblis and Diana Perazzo. I mean, not Diana Perazzo. Uh, I meant to say Diamante. So I didn't. So at that point, I didn't care about her promo. Then I barely listened to her promo. So there you go. I was like, what was the point of her being on there? It didn't lead to anything. And on top of that, why couldn't you just be off TV? I mean, well, let's face it, it was on YouTube, but there was really no point for her to be there. The story is that Cody Rhodes got beaten up badly. You should be with your husband, not on TV, not on Dark. So just fuck off and worry about your action figures. Who's probably she did have her action figures out there, by the way. I'm glad to know that she cares about more of her action figure than her husband. After what happened on that Saturday night on Dynamite. It's ridiculous. So let's move on. Frankie Kazarian defeats Henico in a very good match, by the way. And there you go. Let's say about it. It was just a good match. The Gun Club, which is Billy and Austin Gunn defeating Donnie Primetime, which by the look of Donnie Primetime, yeah, I don't see much of him why he's called Primetime. Ryan Brenton, something like that. Let's say his name maybe. I I could see why he could be Primetime because he looks good. But Donnie Primetime, he looks so good as a wrestler. His physique is almost as bad as George Janela, and I'm not trying to insult George Janela, but George Janela with him being the bad boy and with George Janela, how he carries himself, I believe he's fit for prime time on TV more than this Donnie Primetime person. But the Gun Club won. The quick draw was delivered from Austin Gunn. I'm assuming it was onto Donnie Primetime. I'm assuming, but yeah, but the Gun Club gets the win. Abaddon defeats Danny Jordan. Danny Jordan with her burn book. Unfortunately, uh, she lost the match. But at the same time, it was Abaddon. She did something pertains to attacking the knee brace that Danny Jordan had, with her knee injury. I'm pretty sure she had surgery on, which is why I believe she's wearing the knee brace. Um, I don't know if that was the case, pertains to her past injuries, but that's basically what the target was. that Abaddon went after the knee, and the match itself was very interesting, to the least, But yeah, Abaddon ends up winning with a submission, and she basically destroyed the you know the Danny excuse me, Danny Jordan. And Danny Jordan, she had some offensive match too. She had a nice clothesline. She did some pre offense moves, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter because it was all about Abaddon. Abaddon looked good in this match. She looked very dominant, looked very scary, looked very evil, as always. Ricky Starks defeats Tony Donato, and match itself was pretty good. Obviously, yeah, absolute Ricky Starks winning, being praised by Taz, and because he's part of Team Taz, and there you go. Jurassic Express, which it features Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus defeating John Cruz and David Allie. Match itself was pretty decent, with obviously the Jurassic Express winning. Oh yeah, Marco Stunt out there too. Whatever. I just wish the camera didn't show him. Oh, by the way, when I talk about Brandi Rhodes, being on the show, and then come to see who was also on the show, why didn't Brandi Rhodes do something about it? For example, Anna Jay was on the show wrestling against Red Velvet. All this talk that Brandi Rhodes talking about, Anna Jay attacking her and everything, blah blah blah, and maybe she wants to get payback on her. I'm assuming that she was saying earlier. Well, this was her opportunity to do it, and guess what? Didn't even do it. So what was the point of even having Brandi Rhodes out there being interviewed by Tony Schiavone about Anna Jay or what she did on that Saturday night? And then you see Anna Jay on the show there too later on, beating Red Velvet, which was a good match by the way. And Brandi Rhodes didn't even bother coming out there to get any retribution or any revenge onto Anna Jay for what she did. Like I said, what was the point of having Brandi Rhodes on there? But yeah, Anna Jay won against Red Velvet. Red Velvet, she looks good. Straight from your mama's kitchen. And Anna Jay, who is the Queen Slayer, because I guess because Brandi Rhodes, for a reason she's called the Queen, is why she got that Anna Jay got that nickname. Brandi Rhodes ain't no queen. Queen of what? Sucking. Kip Sabian. Then came about the match. He went against Sean Dean. But Kip Sabian won the match. Before was out there. But yeah, match itself. I didn't pay attention to the match that much, but it was alright for what it was. But yeah, there you go. Then we get to Private Party. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn versus The Initiative. Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler coming by legal bait. Match itself was pretty decent. And once again, Private Party wins, and The Initiative once again loses. After the match, Peter Avalon attacks Brandon Cutler. So I guess The Initiative is no more, I guess, because Peter Avalon has sick and tired of losing, matches. And in this one, it was Brandon Cutler who ended up losing for the team, which is why Peter Avalon did what he did. He basically had enough. He snapped and took out Brandon Cutler, and that's it for The Initiative. So it didn't last that long. So there you go. And that was the show. Talking about wrestling. 10 matches that were on AEW Dark. Wait, I'm sorry, it was 10 matches or did I miscount it? No, actually it's 11. So yeah, 11 matches on AEW Dark, the show from September 1st, 2020. And my overall score for the show, I'm gonna go with a 6.5 out of 10. And that being said, thank you for watching. Tune in a couple of minutes because I'm about to set up another StreamYard where it pertains to giving you another All Elite Wrestling review, where it pertains to the Golden Show edition for AEW All Out, where it pertains to AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. So I hope you tune in for that one after this. So that being said, thank you all for watching for is the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. But this was your All Elite Wrestling review, which is giving you AEW Dark results from September 1st, 2020. So I'll see you all in a few moments. Until then, y'all stay well, stay safe, take care of everything that's going on in the world. Love one another, live in peace and harmony. God bless. I am out here for now. I'll see you all in a few minutes. But in case I don't see you all in a few minutes, for my next AEW review, which is going to be about Dynamite. Ta-ta for now.